sometimes I get long-winded, so I'm going to wait for direct questions and keep it
Nope,
to adult
no
learning.
problem. And we are going live. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We are live. I hope. Hello, everybody. This is Lee and Ryan from featherselitepigeonauctions.com or Fepa.Ca. Back on the track here. Here we go again for another fantastic season of auctions. Ryan, before I say any more, I'm going to send it over to you to make sure we are live on Facebook and on YouTube. Why don't you introduce ourselves to the audience in case they forgot who we are? Go ahead.
Well, I am Ryan. You've seen me probably at the Pioneer Village, and now I've been hired by Feathers Elite Pigeon Auctions. No, I've been working with Feathers Elite for about 4 years now. It's a family business. We import, export, auction off some of the best pigeons in the world. This is what we do. We're Feathers Elite Pigeon Auctions, also known as Fepa.Ca. We are not late tonight. Leah forgot about the daylight savings time, so that's why we're an hour late, because the time switched over. Our apologies. I'm apologizing on behalf of Leah. But we're going to have a super loaded show tonight. Auction number 1 of the season. Now, this is one hell of a hill of auction season. You see there, other places are like this, like this, like this. No, we're like this. We're going to climb auction Mount Everest. That's what we're going to do this season.
The first one.
We're kicking it off. Yeah, first one, Leah. How are you feeling right now, just before we start any of the other song and dance?
Well, my fingers are almost all healed up from all the typing I've been doing with all the fantastic pedigrees. And of course, what are we talking about? The Dave Ottaway South Shore Loft clearance auction, online auction, right now. Online now at Fepa.Ca or featherselitepigeonauctions.com. We have 2 auctions for your viewing pleasure. The hens and the cocks, all from Dave Ottaway, super breeders, super racers, foundation breeders, you name it. He's given it all to you guys this week. Ryan, anything you want to say before we bring on the man of the hour?
Yeah, let's talk the word clearance. What does clearance mean, eh? I always get that. What does clearance mean?
But
Wait, hold on. But, Leah, I need you to first, I want you to step back, eh? I want you to buckle in, make yourself a drink, maybe light up a cigarette, and let me do what I do, okay? The word clearance. I like designer clothes. I like Gucci. I like Louis Vuitton. I like Ralph Lauren. I like Polo. I like Hugo Boss. You know, Leah, how I dress when I like to go, and I like to look like $1,000,000. And you know what I've learned? I can go to the designers. And I do. I've done that before. I go to this place every once in a while. Winners, right? They have clearance of the top. It's the same stuff. I'm getting it a little cheaper, but super, super quality. I put it on. I say, hey, Leah, how many times have I said this? This is a Ralph Lauren. It was a $300 sweater. I got it for $250. I'm feeling great. Nothing wrong with clearance. Super deals for the buyer, but super, super quality for the buyer as well. And that's what you have here in these 68 lots of super quality from Dave Ottaway.
Absolutely. Dave Ottaway, Canadian champion, been in the sport longer than Ryan and I have been alive. Over 50 years. He's crafted the sport. He has loved the sport. He is an incredible ambassador for the sport. Moved from Ontario to Nova Scotia. Nobody flew there, or very few people flew there. And he went and he started something. And that's what I call an ambassador of the sport and somebody fantastic that we need in this country and that we need in North America. And I would like to bring him on. And it's a pleasure to do Dave Ottaway's clearance auction. We're going to bring him on now and make sure that my screen's up. And there he is, Mr. Dave Ottaway himself. Nice to see you, Dave. Welcome.
Very pleased to be here. Thanks for having me. And I hope we have a enjoyable evening tonight. And I'll try to answer questions should they come in. And I will look it up. And when I can't remember, I have my computer right in front of me with my pedigree program to refresh my memory.
Awesome. So I think what we will do, to get into it, we will, for those of you who do not know Dave Ottaway, here he is. And Dave, I'd like you to explain to our audience, to our guest, who you are, how long you've been racing for, some of your accomplishments, how you got into it. Just kind of familiarize everybody with who you are. Go ahead.
Sure. Well, I've been in the sport. I think this is my 55th year. By October, it'll be a full 55 years. I started when I was about 12 years old, and I didn't have success like everybody else for about 10, 15 years. I was lucky to make top 20 in the club as a young person. Then I fell under the tutelage of a gentleman named Sam Marshall, and he taught me all about breeding pigeons, the formulas that he used, and to train and how to race them. And success wasn't too far away. Now, what I'm doing here is, I've flown in 5 different clubs in Ontario. I've flown in the Barrie Club, the Borden Club, the Aurelia Club, the Simcoe North Club, and the Lake Simcoe Club. And I moved around for a few years because, and I'm not, giving myself any accolades or anything, but when you win a lot of races in clubs, people get a little bit disgruntled and they get a little bit, put off. So basically, I just sort of moved on. In 2017, I had a complete auction, and I did sell every pigeon that I owned, and I moved to Nova Scotia. And I thought I was out of pigeons, and I met couple of nice, lovely chaps out here, Carlisle Smith being one, Jeff Hall, who was actually the president of the Canadian Racing Pigeon Union, and a couple of other fellas, and they were really, really nice and laid back, and I thought, gee, this isn't so bad after all. And the next thing you know, I banged up a loft, a 10 by 20, and I converted the 18 by 12 foot barn into a breeding loft and built a racing loft, and started racing again out here. I collected a lot of my pigeons back that I sold at the auction. People were gracious enough to sell them back to me. Not all of them, but quite a few. And some of the gifts that I gave out, they returned. And then again, then I went out and I replenished my breeding stock with a lot of pigeons, particularly from Feathers Elite, and the other auction site that closed down now. I was selling pigeons on that auction site for about 18 years, and I always had successful auctions. People always came back to buy again because I hold a very high standard. I don't like to put anything out there that I wouldn't use myself. I don't want to name somebody that just puts out culls. One thing I never have done, and this auction is no different. I have imported birds to Taiwan for 9 years before COVID hit. They were very successful flying in the ocean racing in Taiwan. I had many good reports from my friend Stephen Shaw. A lot of people across Canada have done extremely well with the pigeons that I have bred. And don't get me wrong, I don't take credit for it all. There was somebody before me that got those pigeons and bred them, and I got them from them. And those people need their credit as well. I've maintained the lines that I've had now since 2008, in particular the Black Widow lines, the Hollywood lines, the President, the Super Crack 699, and the Van Loon lines I've had for even longer. Now, these pigeons raced and won in the Up North Combine. The last time I did a tally on the Up North Combine, I had won about 280 club and combine races combined, won average speed, champion loft, champion bird, well over 25, close to 30 times over the years. And when I came out here, as Leah mentioned, the competition, and Ryan said, there was only like about 4 or 5 guys. We got it up to 12 guys, and I taught the fellas out here exactly how to work with the lights and the feed and everything, and it's become a very competitive club. But again, COVID has had its effect out here too, and our numbers are down a bit, but our birdage is still doing quite well at between 300 and 400 birds a week, and we fly them right out to 375 miles. So the pigeons that I have up for auction here are cultivated firstly on the Up North Combine, the largest combine in Canada. And I don't like to brag, but I was one of 5 people that dominated the combine for about 25 years, 20, 25 years. And then out here on a headwind course with a lot of water crossings and mountain crossings, average race is 1,000 yards a minute or 1,000 meters a minute. We call a fast race out here 1,200 meters a minute. And, so we were 8, 9, 1,000, 1,100 is what we normally fly. So the pigeons that I'm offering here are headwind pigeons. I have the Speed family as well. When you see the Super Crack 699, the Hollywood goes a bit further, right out to 5. And then Super Champion and President, those are more of the speed birds, the middle distance speeds. And I've mixed in the Black Widows, which are very good headwind pigeons with heat at 31, 32 degrees, with headwinds at 10, 15 clicks. That's where the Black Widows come in. They come and hit strong. The Van Loons, there's some there from Stan that have flown very, very well for me. There's a cock in there, 172, and his son, 65. He was a champion bird. He was champion bird in the club. There's another, quite a few. There's a couple of very good racers in there that did very well. I would have had more racers in this auction, but on our last race at 375 miles, we had a bad weather front come in off the Gulf of St. Lawrence, and it pushed the pigeons down into the U.S. and all of us had over 50% losses. But I did lose some very good pigeons there, but that's the way it goes in pigeon racing, as we all know.
Oh, sure. And if I could just interject here before we get into the lots that are on offer from Dave Ottaway, the word clearance, I think, what is this sale all about? How did we get to this point, and what is this sale all about, different from maybe the auction you did with us last year? Why is this a clearance? What are you doing moving forward? Why don't you let everybody know before we get into the lots? And then we're going to get into the lots, we promise. And by the way, guys, if anybody has questions for Dave Ottaway, now is the time. Please put them in the comments, whether you're watching over on YouTube or on Facebook. Please put your comments for Dave Ottaway, whether it's regards to how he races or what his methods are or his results. Or once we get into the lots, if you have questions about the lots, please put them in the comments, and I'll do my best to answer them. So go ahead, Dave.
All right. So again, when I moved out here, I wasn't even thinking of racing pigeons. It came on, but I'm 68 years old. My wife has put up with the pigeons, my second marriage of 18 years. And she likes the city. She's a city girl. She wants public transit. She wants the theater. She wants culture. She doesn't want to go out in the country and watch me fly pigeons in the backyard. So it was a compromise. She gave me the first 18 years. I'm going to give her the last 18 years. We sold the house, and we didn't buy. We're renting in a condominium type situation out here. If you follow my Facebook, you see pictures of it. And so basically, it's a 90% massive reduction sale, clearance, call it what you like. I'm within 2 to 3 years, probably within 2 years, I'll be totally out of the game. Our club, I decided to keep 12 pair of pigeons, and these pigeons are basically 8, 9, 10, 11-year-old pigeons that I have noticed people don't like to buy older pigeons because they're afraid they won't produce. So I held those ones back, and I took some young ones, 2021s, off the pigeons in this auction, so I could mate the older birds with the younger birds, and for 12 pair. So they're at my friend Carlisle's place where the clubhouse is. My intention now is to try to keep the club going for another couple of years and try to get some more members in, because I'm the race secretary and I do all the computer work and clocks on shipping night. And it's a set of trailer fees. Also, I'll probably send a couple of birds out here and there to some one-lot races. So the question was, and I already put this out in my opening remarks on Facebook, that it's not a complete total auction sale. It's a massive reduction sale or a massive clearance sale, right, due to the fact that I moved and I'm scaling down, heading for in a direction to be out of the sport for the third and last time. I keep coming back, but I don't think I'll come back this time. So please, people, you can be rest assured that the pigeons in this auction are a lot, if not most of my best pigeons, racers, children directly off them. You can bid with confidence. I never let anything go into this auction that I felt was not capable of representing myself properly. So there's many children in the auction. Some of the top breeders there. I noticed by watching the auction as it's proceeded so far, many people are going after the older pigeons with the records, which is great. But take a really good look at the 2021s in the auction. They're right off these pigeons, and they don't have records right now because they're 20s and 2021s. And I haven't had a chance to put the same record on them as I did the older ones, but they are quite capable. So don't be fooled because they don't have a record. The record is there. Read the parents' record, read the brothers and sisters' record, and these pigeons are cut from the same cloth.
Absolutely. I'm going to bring Ryan back into the fold. Ryan, are you there? Make sure that your camera's still working.
Hold on. Leah, I've never been this quiet this long. I've been really working on it, going to therapy and that. And they told me, just be quiet, listen. And you know what? I'm going to say to Dave, he's not allowed to get out of the game until he gets 25 flyers in Nova Scotia. And I think us as pigeon people, we have to say we're going to set him to a standard. We need 25, and then we will do his mass exit sale with whatever loft he has at that time. We will even burn it down, and that will be that. But, guys, I will tell you, I've went through the birds. Do I like everyone? Hey, I like different pigeons. Sometimes I like big pigeons, deep pigeons, this way, that way. There are some super gems here. There really is. The guy has raced so many years. He's lost. I don't care about how many races he won. He told you he won 250 and change. How many races did he lose? Did he come close? Did he get his butt kicked? And all those races that he lost, he learned from it. And you know what's great? I noticed this year in Nova Scotia, he's been flying a couple of years there, 4 or 5 years. And I could start to see it, and Leah, you've seen it as well. The competition picked up. And that's from Dave helping out, teaching, educating. And that's really great to see.
And that's what it's all about. Absolutely.
Yeah, that's what it's about. So even, if Dave does have his complete exodus sale in a couple of years, I hope, Dave, no matter what you do, you'll somewhat stay in the sport and help people out because the sport will miss you.
100%.
Well, thanks very much for those words, Ryan. And and on the note of the competition picking up, the fellas, I feel confident in saying that you could take any one of these fellas that I've been flying with now for the last 4 years and set them anywhere in Ontario, and they would represent themselves quite handily now. And they've all gained a lot of experience, and it's really it's fun because you need competition. It's no good if you win too easily, hands down. So competition is a great thing, and these pigeons will put up competition no matter where they are. And just as I'm thinking about it here, if people followed my Facebook this summer, I made note of different lofts on the Hamilton Federation trailer and on the Up North Combine of people getting first place wins, bred directly off my bird, sold at Feathers Elite Auctions on the last sale that I had here. Awesome. So the reports are good. The birds are winning. I know there's some concern about, he hasn't got competition, but with the tough course and the headwinds, believe me, it cultivates a very competitive bird, and it showed itself this year. I think the last count there was like 10 first place wins between Hamilton and the Up North Combine. And there was some very good flocking done on the Pioneer Gold Band race as well. So,
well, hey Dave, my apologies in the one loft. I had a tough year. I know you'll be back next year, but there's a real special bird in this sale here.
Yes.
When we show her, she's my girl.
we are going to we're going to start off with the hens. So for those of you who are following along, we're going to start off with the hens and then finish with the cocks. And I think we should get into it. Guys, if you have questions about the lots, Frank Eichhorn, I see your question regarding lot 1, which we are going to get into right now. Please let us know in the comments. This is what Dave is here for this evening, to answer your questions. He's the best to know. He is the breeder. So we're going to start with lot number 1 from the hens. I'm going to bring up her lot, read a little bit of information about her. Ryan's going to bring her because he's got her live and in person, and we're going to talk about her. So let's bring up lot number 1. Hope this works. Here we go. Lot number 1, CU 2020-20094. A blue bar hen. An original, Dave Ottaway, Pioneer 1 Loft Race Champion, Pioneer 2020 winner of Equal First. Third on the drop, 3 birds on the drop at 373 kilometers. Equal First, 429 kilometers. 15th, 164 kilometers. 15th, 120 kilometers, etc. Bred from a winning family, 1 Loft Racers. Mona's Widow, 94. Guys, let me bring her up here. We can talk about her. There she is. Okay, Dave, give us the goods on this beauty.
All right. For starters, I bred from that hen this year, and I put her back into a creator-bred cockbird, and he was an old-timer, about 10 years old, and I bred 4 young ones. A couple of them got hawked. I had a big hawk problem, but 2 of them clocked consistently on the drop, right from the very first race to the last race, because we flew at 10 races, and I shipped all my pigeons from first race right to the last race every week. So not only does this hen breed well, her race record was super at the Pioneer race. Now her father has a full brother in this sale, 171. And her mother is also in this sale, 419. Okay, both these pigeons have bred very, 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 very good pigeons, especially 419. Now the father and the brothers, I had 2, so I put 1 in the sale and I kept 1 back. Okay, I'm telling it as it is. I'm not giving anybody any BS here. They are the best pigeons in my lot, up to 400 miles, headwinds and heat. You can't go wrong with this pigeon.
Beautiful, beautiful. I know Ryan knows this pigeon well. Let me bring it over here to you, Ryan. You actually
Are you now?
Mona's Widow. I am down there with your magic fingers. Yes, I am. Go ahead. What do you have to say about Mona's Widow 94, who you flew last year in the Pioneer 1 Loft?
Well, I'd like to flown her this year as an old bird. I wish we would have had that old bird season, but you want to see strong back. She's got the buoyancy. She's blown right out. When she gets into the basket, especially when you race a bird, they remember the basket, and she seems to form up. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful wing on this hen. The balance, the buoyancy, the muscle, a little bit longer cast, which is nice. But just a super, super hen, super balance, super buoyancy, super strong forearm. Feather quality is great, soft and silky, very sharp, very sexy. When people say to me, what's the bird of the sale? I'm sorry. I'm going to pick this one. I can't help it. This is the hen. We talked about it when we were having dinner, Dave. I like this hen a lot.
Yeah.
There's more in the tank with this pigeon. She had 2 equal firsts. She wasn't the quickest in the trapping, but she was right there. And you see her, nothing but class on this beautiful, beautiful, I mean beautiful hen. And her mother is the same, just a different color.
Absolutely beautiful, beautiful little hen there. A real superstar. So we did answer Frank Eichhorn's question, right? Did you breed young birds out of lot 1, and how did they do? You already answered him on that, right? In case I missed it.
Very good.
Very good.
Yeah,
There you go.
they raced very good. They were on the drop almost every race. Out of 10 races, they probably hit the board with the winning pigeons because I was getting big drops of pigeons 8 out of the 10 times, and I was quite pleased with the quality of young birds that come out of her. If you watch in the 2021 in this auction, there's some children from this very hen in the auction, and her father's full brother is in the auction. Also, her father and her father's full brother bred the Dutch Touch winner as well. So this is a winning family. That's not a flash in the pan. The whole family is clicking.
Awesome. I've put the link where to bid on lot number 1 in the comments. Pigeon Boss has done that for you. So if you guys are interested, where do you go to bid? You can click on the link in the comments or head on over to Fepa.Ca and you will see this beautiful hen listed under the Dave Ottaway, the hens auction, lot number 1. Anything else you want to add about lot number 1 there, Ryan?
No, I don't have anything. This pigeon sells itself. Actually, I'm going to add one super point to this. You know the man known as Wallace, right, Leah? Wally Bielik?
Yes, I do, yes.
The big money winner of this year. I brought him out this hen, and he said, he always sits and says, I don't want to look at anything. I don't want to look at any of this shit all the time. Key word, I don't want to look at any of this shit, any of this shit, any of this shit. I brought him out this one. He put it in his hands, and he didn't say nothing. And the other night, we had Mike Van Kempen on, didn't we?
Oh, and Mike liked it.
And Mike Van Kempen said, boy, did Wally love lot number 1. Oh, and by the way, what did Mike Van Kempen add? Lot number 1 and lot number 19. He's had success with the exact same full relatives of these birds from Dave. He says these are the ones he's interested in. Take a look. Can you see the quality in her?
She sure is a beauty.
I see it. Super, super hen, guys. You will not go wrong. My pick of the sale. And also, I know Wally's and Mike's. We're on the right track here. Someone's going to get a real super gem.
A real beauty.
You don't get pigeons like this all the time.
No, they don't.
I'll tell you, this young, this much muscle. Wow.
Absolutely.
That hen is going to, in 5 years, whoever's bought this pigeon in 5 years, they're going to just thank their lucky stars they got her. Let me tell you.
A real beauty. Where do you guys go to bid? FeathersLeaPigeonAuctions.com or Fepa.Ca. This auction closes on Friday night. The hens close starting from 7 o'clock onwards. The cocks from 9 o'clock onwards. Fepa.Ca. We're going to move on. Now, we're not going to do every single lot in the sale. However, guys, we do have all the lots available. If you are interested in seeing a lot that we haven't discussed tonight, because there are lots of lots and we'd probably be here all night long, let us know in the comments, and Ryan will be happy to grab the lot for you. We're going to move on now to lot number 4. Keep in mind, there are lots 2 and 3 in the Dave Ottaway sale as well. So if you're interested in lots 2 or 3 in the hens, let us know. We will bring them on. But we're going to move on to lot number 4. Let me do my reading and bring her up. Lot number 4, CU 2018 1H139, a blue checker hen. Original Dave Ottaway with Sujans, Geerinks, Verkamen, and Wooters. An old bird racing champion. Here we go, guys. A proven racer. Winner of 2nd Champion Bird Club Old Birds, 2nd Champion Bird Old Birds, 5th Champion Bird All Canada Short Series 2019 Old Birds. Equal first at 280 kilometers, and so on and so on and so on. Please take a look at our website for the full listing of results for this beautiful hen, the Super 139. Guys, you want to talk about this beauty? Go ahead, Dave.
Okay, I'll go. This is a daughter of the whitetail. The whitetail, when people ask me, what is your best bird? Well, I can't tell you my best bird because I have several best birds. I don't focus on 1 or 2 or 3 pigeons. They've all got a click. My sprint, my middle distance, my long distance, I have best birds in every category. This hen raced excellent. She was one of my best racers. She had a sister. I sold that sister out to British Columbia, and she immediately bred a winner out there. and had a similar race record. Her and her sister used to hit the board every week. Bang, 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 bang. Now, I haven't bred out of this hen because she was on the race team. She has a super black eye sign, serrated eye, just like her mother, the whitetail. And that pigeon there has the best of Verkaman, Woters in her on the father's side, and Gladiator. All big names from across the pond. Mated to Inbred Hollywood and Super Champion. Okay, so this is a sleeper. Whoever buys this pigeon will also find her being one of their best breeders down the road. The trouble with this, I know the good ones, but not everybody knows my pigeons. So you know, just take my word for it. That hen's going to be a crackerjack in the stock lot.
And Ryan, you have her there live and in person. What do you got to say about this beauty?
She's a nice hen, exactly kind of like Dave says. She's not overly big in your hands, very pear-shaped, not overly long-casted, very, very sharp, very intelligent. When Dave says I sign super, it's I sign super. Trust me. Very strong hen, lots of muscle. It's a shame he didn't breed out of her. This is a real, real gem. And Dave, I know you talk about the mother whitetail. This bird here's got about a finger and a half keel to the vent. The vents are very strong. She got good vibration in her forearm is tight. The mother whitetail. Is she in this sale?
Also available in our sale. And before before you talk about whitetail, Dave, Frank Eichhorn has a question about whitetail. Who is the dam?
Sure.
To the dam to this lot, correct?
Yes.
The mother, right? Okay. Frank is asking, whitetail, is that old Ruffanac blood? I probably said that wrong, but Ruffanac blood? Ruffanac.
No, the whitetail is totally Mike Gannis blood from the Hollywood lines, from the President, and the Super Champion lines on the mother's side, and the father's side is the Gladiator and the Verkaman and the Woters line.
Let me just, here's whitetail here, by the way, guys. I'll just show you here on the screen. She is lot number 2. Ryan, you know, maybe at the end if you want to bring whitetail out, but here she is, lot
I got
number
it right here,
2
yeah.
In our hens sale, the dam.
I sent a full sister to the checker hen in Ryan's hand to Victoria Falls, one loft race a couple of years ago, and she was winning 40 seconds average speed at Victoria Falls, and then they had a bad one, and she never came back. But she was 42nd average speed and holding that position for a couple of tosses. But that stuff there just keeps coming, keeps coming, keeps coming, and keeps coming. They don't quit, those pigeons up that line.
Beautiful. Lot number 4. I'm going to just put the link in the comments. The Super 139. Very nice. Beautiful. Anybody have any questions about lot number 4? Please put them in the comments.
Take a look at how intelligent she is.
Just beautiful. Very nice.
Okay, trust me when I tell you, when it breaks my heart to let a lot of these pigeons go. They're my favorites and my best pigeons, and it's hard to do. Even though I've done it a couple of times before, it doesn't get any easier letting pigeons of this quality, out to go. I'm
handling the mother, right? Mother in my hand, whitetail. Boy, lot number 3 is a real gem, but lot number 2, wow! And you see the whip pin, the white tail, not just underneath here. But you open it up. You got the magical white.
Can you go the other way with the camera, please, Ryan? Because you're right stuck in the corner. Move closer to the other show cages. More centered. There we go. Perfect. Hi.
All right. You see her. She got that white pin in the tail. I always say special birds have white in their tail. This is your lot. Number 2, this is her mother. Dave, this is one hell of a pigeon. I don't know. I don't know which one I would pick. But boy, they're both gems. They both got killer eyes. I know when I did the eye sign, the macro lens, it cracked. So I'm going to charge you $900 for a new macro lens. But you know what did it, eh? She did it, and then the daughter, I blew it right out. So, but there she is.
The mother of Hollywood had that same white tail, Breeder's Best.
I remember that. Breeder's Best. I handled her at Larry, I think it's Larry Nelson's in Spring Hill, Florida. Mike sent her down to him to retire her, and she was paired to a dropper, and she fertile eggs. Isn't that something? He had her out law flying, and she fertile eggs with a dropper.
Yeah.
There she is.
So that
There's
is
lot number 2. Super.
Lot number 2. We're switching things up here a little bit, but we didn't want you to miss out on this beauty. Lot number 2 in the hen sale, Dave Ottaway. Where do you guys go to bid? Fepa.Ca or FeatherslyPigeonAuctions.com. Remind everybody this auction closes on Friday night starting at 7 o'clock. We're going to move on to lot number 6. Lot number 6, CU 2019 19032. A Blue Bar Hen, original Dave Ottaway. A Super Racing Hen, Top Van Loon Lines with Dave's Best Hollywood and Golden Matins Lines. Winner of First Champion Bird Club Young Birds, first at 510 kilometers, first at 166 kilometers, equal first 280 kilometers, and so on and so on. This is your lot number 6, topper 032. Let me get back to the boys here. Where are you guys? There you are. Okay, guys, let's talk about lot number 6.
Do you want me to go first?
Go ahead, Dave.
Okay. Now, this pigeon again is half Hollywood on the one side, again, and Golden Matins, and everybody knows about Golden Matins in Hollywood over the years. Now, the mother of this pigeon is a Van Loon hen, 20142. She comes down off my old green-eyed cock line that I gave Bill Wema, and many people have had pigeons from the old green-eyed cock that are still winning today. And that hen in Ryan's hand flew excellent, just like the last checker hen. Every week, first bird on the board, first bird on the board, first bird on the board. That hen was one of the super best racers that I've ever had. Again, have I bred from her? No, she was on the race team. If I was not, doing what I'm doing and scaling down, she'd be in the stock loft. But never bred off of her. But I can tell you right now, her father and her mother consistently breed my best pigeons. So why wouldn't this hen do it? Look at the eye on her. She's got a super, super chestnut eye with the black ring around the pupil with good width. The pupil shrinks very well in the sun as well. With artificial light, you never get the shrinkage, but very, very excellent hen. Ryan?
Beautiful.
Well,
Ryan?
You're going to ask me, when you put her in your hands, you wouldn't think this is a hen. This is a bigger pigeon. The barrel, much bigger. A little bit longer, but I'll tell you, the back is strong. She has loads and loads of feathers. She has more feathers than lot number 1. Soft and silky. Forearm is nice and tight, beautiful. You lift up the arm, you feel her. She pushes back. I like it. Her face, she's got a cocky look. She's a big girl, but she is very, very nice. The vent bones are strong. Maybe a crack open, but nothing bad at all. Beautiful, beautiful hen. Wing is nice. This is another real super gem in this sale that you don't want to miss out on. Very keen. Look at her. Look. She says, hey, how's it going? What, am I on camera now? She's doing it right now. Look at her doing it. Do you see her, Leah?
Yeah, she knows it.
Yeah.
She knows.
And she knows
we
it.
trained her well.
I will tell you. No, I didn't do nothing. Listen, when I did all the lot videos, man, I don't know if we were all having a bad day, but backs were going up. It was going left. It was going right. But, hey, today they're dialing in even more. The back, look at it, one pin tail. I am not a guy that opens legs. Leg opening doesn't tighten the pigeon up at all. The proof is in the pudding. When they sit like this, remember, when pigeons fly, their legs are up in here. They're not open. We don't run with our legs spread, do we? We don't. But this hen is a real gem, a real cracker. If you like a little bit larger hens that are buoyant, muscular, you're not going to go wrong with this one.
She's very, very buoyant. You're right, and she is a larger hen with the, like you say, the bigger barrel. But one feather, and you close your eyes and hold that hen, you feel like you're holding a feather in your hand. She's very corky.
Yeah, very corky, but almost you'd think it's a cockbird, a smaller cock, but super nice. Someone's going to get a real super pigeon again. Even her face, almost a cocky looking face. But they say sometimes the henny cocks are the real good ones, and the hens that look like cocks are even better. So I'm thinking someone's going to really love this pigeon.
Where do you guys go to bid? Sorry.
Oh,
go ahead, Dave.
Sorry.
Okay,
I'll just say one last thing and then I'll stop.
Okay.
The Van Loon side of that, the green-eye cock line again, is down from my 500-mile line on the Up North Combine. They've won more 800-kilometer races and 500-mile races, not just for me. Tony Elvis brought in the green-eyed cock line when him and Mike brought in those Van Loons direct from Van Loon, and that's the side that's on her mother's side. Is that Van Loon that him and Tony Elvis brought in?
Yeah, well, just one more thing. You feel he says he's clocking the birds in the distance. The bird has nice length to it, little longer tail, got lots of muscle to work with. But I'm going to tell you, the secrets, guys, if you want to know what we mean by buoyancy, take a tall beer can, tall boy, drink it down, and put that in your hand. And that's what this hen is all about. She has that buoyancy of an empty tall can. She got that length, the pear shape up front, muscles, and loads of feather, soft, silky feather. And the hen is saying something to me because, I am a lot like Leah Caesar Milan, the dog whisperer. The hen is saying to me, whoops, this is Dave's mistake.
Mm-hmm. Where do you guys go to bid on Dave's mistake, also known as Topper 032, the 19032, FeatherslyPigeonAuctions.com or Fepa.Ca. Reminder, guys, this auction closes Friday night starting at 7 o'clock. A comment from Ruben Mora. Normally in pigeon racing, when we have a good bird that do really well in the course, we would like to try them to see what they breed. Absolutely, and perhaps, Ruben Mora, you have missed the beginning part of the show where Dave explained that this is a clearance sale, a reduction sale. Due to life circumstances, Dave has downsized, and he had to give up his loft. And so that's what this is all about. That's why he hasn't kept this super in his own loft. Sorry, I didn't mean to speak for you, Dave, but I think that's kind of the gist of it, right? Okay.
Yeah, that's exactly what's going on here. I can't keep them all. I only had room. My friend in the club gave me a little section in his stock loft and a section in his racing loft for just a handful of pigeons. Like I said, 12 pairs. So there's a lot of my best pigeons right here.
Now, Dave, I'm not sure if you know off the top of your head, but Rita has a question. That hen has Van Loon dam or sire. I can certainly look it up if you don't know, but I can have a look.
Yeah, the Van Loon is the mother, and the Hollywood and the Golden Matins is on the father's side.
That's right. And Rita, if you have a look at our website, Fepa.Ca, under each lot, it'll say details. If you look in the details portion, it'll give you all the information on the dam and the sire, as well as the pedigree information. Hopefully that helps. Nice to see you on. We're going to move on to, I believe, lot number 7, Ryan. Lot number 7 in the hens. Let's bring her up.
Okie doke.
Here we go. Lot number 7. CU 2019. 19073, an original Dave Ottaway. Proven breeding hen, dam to winners of, third at 180 kilometers. 26th at 180 kilometers. Sister to winner of, second champion bird club. 11th Champion Bird Club Young Birds, first average speed, Toronto Trifecta, 1 loft race, and so on. This is Don King, 073. Let me switch it up so you guys can have a look. Go ahead, Dave.
Okay, here it is, another daughter of my foundation hen, Whitetail, and one of my old foundation cocks. Basically, this is all Gannus blood. The father's side is the father was a double grandson of Super Crack 699, which was the Sherbet line, And also, he was a double grandson of the president. Now, I mated that onto the whitetail, which is Hollywood, the president, and super champion. So history repeats itself. These lines are no strangers being mixed together. I mixed them together for a reason, because they're the proven formula, and they fly excellent. Very, very good and very consistent. This hen's eye actually looks a little darker than it does in the photo, but that's what, with the artificial light and the bright lights, it lightens them up a bit. But this hen here also bred me very, very, very consistent young birds. And I'm guilty of keeping too many pigeons in the past. And sometimes they sit on the perch for a year or two. So I only bred this pigeon for 1 year. She's in 2019, and I never bred her in 2021, but I bred her in 2020, and I was very pleased with the results from the youngs. And again, it's right off a whitetail and the old 347 foundation cock. Can't go wrong.
Brian, what do you got to say about lot number 7?
Well, she's a very, very nice hen. She's a strong hen. Barrel is loaded. She's a lot closer to the field of lot number 1. Very buoyant, longer pigeon. Muscles are good. One finger keel to the vent. The vents are tight like steel. Back up maybe a little bit, but I mean, it's all one pin-tailed. Forearm is tight, soft, silky and soft. You will notice with this hen, at one time in her life, she had a little bit of picking done to her, but that adds a bit of character. You'll always spot that out in her. She's got a rich eye. Dave, the question with this hen I want to ask you is, remember the cock I flew for you in the trifecta? This is related, you said?
Yeah, that would be his half sister.
And same guys, that was a super pigeon. Now, do you still have the trifecta cock?
No. He went about a year and a half ago. He's been gone for a year and a half. I sold him to an individual in Ontario, and the results are already showing from her brother's breeding.
Super nice hen this is. She's got it all. Very, very nice pigeon. Buoyant. This pigeon feels like it can work for hours and hours and hours on the wing. Gorgeous, gorgeous hen, guys. You are not going to be disappointed in this hen. Remember, don't panic when you get her. She got a little...
What happened? The very first year, I paired her up as a yearling. Her very first mate. She was shy, and the guy was a little bit aggressive. And I put her a brick in the box so she could get up on it. But he got her cornered out in the aviary outside, and she couldn't get away from him. And before I noticed it, he had pounded the back of her head. So that's what that is. And her feathers were all fluffy. And the guy that trained, Don King, the boxing promoter with the curly hair. So she looked like Don King. So instead of D-O-N, it's D-A-W-N, Don King, because it's a hen.
Very nice.
Guys are learning stuff every day.
We're learning every day here. Where do you guys go to bid on lot number 7, Don King 073? That is sleeppigeonauctions.com. Fepa.Ca. I have put the link to lot number 7 in the comments over on Facebook. You just want to click on the link. That'll take you to lot number 7 as well. While Ryan fetches the next one, we're going to move on to lot number 8. Lot number 8, here we go. Great Britain. We got an import here. Great Britain, 2018, 19834. An original Caldwell Staff Van Reet, last 10 ever to be sold from Super Breeder and Racer Champion 44. A proven breeding hen, damned to winner of the 5th Pioneer Gold Band Race, 400 kilometers for Bill Wema, 12th 430 kilometers, 30th 400 kilometers, and so on. The ultimate breeding lines of the Caldwell Van Reets. This is Caldwell Blue. Your lot number 8 with the hens. Okay, guys, go ahead.
All right. This pigeon was originally brought in through Feathers Elite, and I got her from another source, but it was originally brought in through Feathers Elite. This hen was producing for me immediately. She is bred from a father-granddaughter mating, which is Champion 44, which is one of the best pigeons that Codwell had in Great Britain. I paired her to a straight Jansen cock. There's a slate cock in the auction. 793 is his last three numbers. She's been paired to him, bred super. She's been paired to another Van Riet cock, bred super. So I've had her to two different cocks, and the young ones are right there on the board. And what really shocked me is these Van Riets. I got them for some speed to mix with my Jansens and that. These pigeons are clocking at 375 miles on our headwind course at 1,000 meters a minute. These Van Riets. Don't be fooled by these Van Riets. There's this hen. There's a mealy hen who won the 375, and there's a blue-pied cock down from the same lines as this from Codwell, and also has Zonican Van Riet blood in it as well. And they fly 375 miles at 1,000 meters a minute, 1,100 meters a minute. They're not sprint speed pigeons. They're tough, and surprised the hell out of me.
There we go. Lot number 8, Ryan. What do you have to say about lot number 8?
Well, lot number 8, I handled her in 2018, and I thanked Mark very much for this pigeon. I was very lucky in 2017 to go and visit Mark Codwell in the UK. I was very lucky at that time to handle Champion 44, the President, the Grand Hen, Dickie, Unlucky, Renzo, Rusty Pearl, the whole kit and caboodle of those Martin, Codwell, Staff Van Riet pigeons, and they were all super, super pigeons. And fun story about this pigeon. Because you have money, doesn't mean you can race a pigeon. Doesn't mean you can breed a pigeon. Doesn't mean you have stock sense. You know, all the money in the world. The gentleman who bought this pigeon raised 4 babies out of it, did something silly and let them out when they were old and they flew off the roof, and turned around and sold this pigeon. And Dave called me and said, "What do you think of it, Ryan?" I didn't even know the bird was for sale. I said, "I wouldn't pass up on it. I'd buy her. She's a gem." And right off the hop, Dave just told you, the bird has bred good pigeons.
Yep.
Now, for somebody else, this is your opportunity. One man bought it, said, "Oh, it's garbage, no good," but he's not a pigeon flyer. He's never...
No.
Oh, Ryan's got some audio issues. He's going to straighten that out in a second, I think.
I'm here still. Can you hear
There
me?
you are. Yeah, we can hear you. Go ahead. Go on with your story.
Yep.
You
We
can,
hear
right?
you. Yeah, we can. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, my apologies. I'm going to have to reconnect the old big dog over there. I didn't go on cancel. This pigeon, Dave is giving it a third shot. You guys are going to get the opportunity. Don't miss out. These Codwell pigeons have been breeding lights out all over the world. They've done it here in Canada. They've done it in the United States. They do it in the Philippines. They're doing it in China. Leah, the guy not happy with the birds from Codwell in China?
Yes, absolutely.
Right. Now, here you go. Take a look. Maybe in this bird's pedigree here, this could be the most loaded bird in the whole pedigree, in the whole sale. And you have an opportunity. Don't miss out on it. Leah, you guys take this one away. I am going to reconnect on here.
Okay, and I'll move on to lot 10. But where do you guys go to bid on your lot number 8 in the Dave Ottaway hen sale? FeatherslyPigeonAuctions.com or Fepa.Ca. Ryan's going to reconnect, and while he does that, I'm going to move on to lot number 10. Lot number 10,
right.
CU 2020 20054, an original Dave Ottaway, winner of first at 551 kilometers, 20 minutes in front, seventh 305 kilometers. The best Staff Van Riet bloodlines in this hen was 25% Hollywood Hopkins. This hen will breed winners. This is Van Riet 54. Let's do it this way. Dave, what do you got to say about this beauty?
Well, again, this hen, I was telling you how the Van Riet's clocked at 375 at 1,000 meters a minute. This is the hen that won that race. and she won it by 20 minutes out front. And the next two pigeons to hit the board was a bird off of a pigeon called Sky Blue that's in this auction. And there's about 4 brothers and sisters to the second bird. And the third pigeon was a blue bar Van Riet cock that's also in this auction as well. These Van Riets, don't be mistaken. They got guts, and they shocked the hell out of me. I sent them to see if they could do it. They not only did it, they won. And this hen is still molting because she was on the race team on the lights. But this hen's going to breed. I can tell by the eye sign in this pigeon. I'm an eye sign guy. She's got the performance and she's got the eye to breed winners. This hen will breed winners. I guarantee it.
Hen will breed winners. Your lot number 10, Ryan. You have lot number 10 there. Are you back with us? He is. Like magic.
Can you hear me okay?
Yes, we can. Go ahead.
Right,
Ryan, you want to talk about lot number 10?
There's a reason why they call me Daddy, and I got a special gift for everyone today on this show. I'm going to show you something magical, okay? But we're going to talk about her first. Boy, oh boy. The grading video of her, she's calmed down quite a bit. I had a hell of a time with all these lots. They didn't want to settle in the hands. But, hey, a lot of move hearts. She's a strong hen. Very, very round. You see the skin. She's blowing out. She has that Van Riet feel. Strong in the forearm. Nice wing. 1 pin to go still. Take a look at her. Very curious hen. There's a winner. Take a look. Take a look. Take a look. Look at the intelligence again. You see it. These Van Riets. You want speed, they'll give it to you. You want horsepower, fight, grit, determination, they will give it to you. Now, what do you have to give for a Van Riet? They're not always a 10 plus in your hands. Their backs are not always a 10 plus. The Daniel was no 10 plus. He was a 6. Okay? But you have to give a little bit of what I call leeway, right? A little bit of leeway. And this hen has that in her. Now, if you look at her, she's beautiful. Dave, you say the eye's super on her. I looked at the eye. It was very, very nice. Dave feels this is going to be a super crack breeding hen.
Yeah.
Should I bring out the surprise, Leah?
Sure, because I'm going to be just as surprised because I have no idea what you're bringing out. So, surprise!
Oh, by the way, Ryan, that's a granddaughter of Miss San Diego in your hand.
That's a granddaughter, Miss San Diego. But Miss San Diego, if I could bring Miss San Diego out, I would have to dig her out of the ground because she's no longer with us. But you know what I did, Dave? I looked just a little bit deeper into your pedigree. And here it is. I believe this is her grandfather right here.
Yep.
Oh,
well, her would be your great-grandfather.
There he is.
Your great-grandfather.
So why don't you tell everybody?
Great-grandfather, yes. And the band number, this is Renzo's Regatta. Again, you read it, Dave. Yeah. Go ahead. You tell me.
The band number to that pigeon in your hand is GB03P35631.
No, it should be 16703. Come on.
Wait a minute. I got here. See this? I got to make a spectacle of myself. I read the wrong line. Yeah. GB15E 16703. Sorry, my boo-boo.
Wow. Look at that, Ryan.
There he is, and I will tell you. So that's the granddaughter there, and I'll tell you. Dave had confidence. He was over one day before he moved to Nova Scotia, and he handled the 3 brothers, and he loved them all. And he said to us one day, Ryan, would you send me up a gift pigeon? And me and Ricky, we went through the birds, and we picked a little youngster. We sent one to Calgary that bred a 400-mile open winner for Wayne Baudouin, and we sent the nest mate to Dave. Dave bred some supers out of it. And you want to know what? A couple generations back, Champion Bird-Ca, and there you have right there, history repeating itself. As we say, winners to winners to winners, they breed winners. And there's your little red pied cock, Renzo's regatta. I wanted to just throw a little bit of, what do they call the magical world of Disney on there. There you go.
Well, I'm glad you brought that cock out just to show everybody the breeding quality of these Van Riets. They reproduce themselves. They're not flashes in the pan. Generation after generation, they're clocking.
100%.
Go ahead.
That's right.
Where do you guys?
Go
ahead. Let me know.
Go ahead, Leah. Go.
I don't want to cut you guys off. Where do you guys go to bids on your lot number 10, Van Riet 54? FeathersleightPigeonAuctions.com or Fepa.Ca. This auction closes Friday night, starting at 7 o'clock. We're going to move on to lot number 11, beautiful black hen. An original Dave Ottaway. Let me read the band number first. CU 2020 20074. Original Dave Ottaway, a one-loft racing super racer, guys. Winner of first Dutch Touch one-loft race 2020 at 547 kilometers. The dam is full sister to the sire to first average speed winner, Dutch Touch one-loft race 2018. First cousin to the 20094, who is, of course, your lot number 1, who wins equal first at 429 and 373 kilometers. Pioneer one-loft race 2020. This is Dutch Touch 074. Dave, let's get you in the screen. What do you got to say about this one-loft superstar?
Well, again, the father to this pigeon is a full brother to the lot. I forget what lot he is. He's a cock in this auction, 171. Full brother to the father of this hen. They reproduce themselves. They breed winners upon winners upon winners. And the mother to this one is in the auction as well, band number 364, CU17. She, again, is one of my foundation breeding hens, just like the whitetail, but she's the black family. So when somebody says, what is your best pigeon? I can't tell you one pigeon. I got to tell you about 4 or 5, 6 different pigeons. And the mother to this pigeon was one of my foundation breeding hens. She won the Dutch Touch. Her cousin won the Pioneer 2 equal first. This is the Mona Lisa blood and Creator blood on the father's side. And on the mother's side, it's the Black Widow hen from Germany that Mike Guinness brought in, and the President line. So when people say you got to breed, inbreed, no. I cross the pigeons. I cross them for vitality, and they still breed winners. You don't need an inbred family, or you don't have to breed by strain. You breed by performance, and you breed by type. Type is the main thing I look for, and performance. This family has it. Go ahead.
Super eye as well.
Yes.
Add that in there. Ryan, what do you got to say about lot number 11? Let me get you on the camera. There you go. What do you got to say?
Well, okay. She, again, another one of these pigeons in your hand. She feels like a cock. Her back comes up a bit. Her back is not as tight as I like. Vents are strong. The barrel here on this hen, whoa, she's got that there. Forearm, medium tight, but more on the tighter side. Good vibration in the hen, soft, silky feathers. I believe in the mother. You see how that white flight is almost grizzled? I think the mother has the same cure. I'm not sure. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I could be wrong. Or the father, somewhere there, I'm thinking. I thought I seen this even through the pedigrees. The wing is nice. She grunts. She's a talker, which I like. Killer rich eye. Look at the coloring on her. Again, an intelligent pigeon. Wins. And the Dutch Touch, this hen here, did she win you some money or no?
That hen won me $6,000. I would have won $42,000 with that hen, but there was 8 pigeons on the drop, and she touched the pad first. So that's the way it goes.
I'm going to add that to the birds lot. I didn't know it won you $6,000. Good to know. By the way, guys, lot number 11 won Dave $6,000.
And not only that, my friend here in Nova Scotia has a black cock that's a full brother to the sister, as a full brother to the mother of this hen, and he's won thousands of dollars. He won average speed. We won actually first average speed in 2018 with a brother, half brother to this, not the same mother. He just won a bunch of money down in the USA in the blue bucket off this hen's mother's full brother. Again, it's actually for sale at another auction site. But this line, this black line, is killer, and it crosses with everything. So take advantage of it, boys.
And girls. And girls.
And girls. And girls.
And girls. Where do you guys go to bid on this beautiful lot?
466,
Number 11, Dutch Touch 074, FeathersLeyPigeonAuctions.com. Again, this auction closes on Friday night starting at 7 o'clock. Brian, anything else you want to say about lot 11? And you let me know when you want to move on to lot 12.
Yeah. I hate races. I hate them. They're not even a race. I've asked the Olympics, eh?
Oh, boy.
I called the Olympics. I called the Olympics, and I said, listen, what happens if we all tie first at the 100 meters? They said, no, it's a photo finish. We drop it down to the millisecond, point, zigasecond, whatever. But in pigeon racing, we got this bullshit called equal first. This is a $48,000 winning pigeon right here. Right here. If this bird is $48,000. But when you put the pyramid scam up, it's only a $6,000 winner. So, guys, the fastest bird on that day at the Dutch Touch, this is the one of that year. You have an opportunity to own the actual $48,000 winner. Whoever gets bird, congratulations. Breed out of it. Send them to different races. And you know what? I'm sure it's going to put some more money in your bank account.
The black pigeons off my Black Widow line are my best one loft birds, and they come in blue bars and blacks and the odd checker. But they're the best ones for one loft racing. In my loft is the obviously the Mona Lisa has already made her name, the President, the Super Champion, and the Black Widows. And I crossed these Black Widows with the Wolverine pigeons this year, and they did very well. But this stretches them out. When you make two long distance families together, they don't clump until you hit a tough 250, 350, 400. That's what these birds are for. And there's lots of these blacks in the option.
There we go. One last look at your lot number 11, Dave Ottaway, the hens sale. We're going to move on to lot number 12, guys. If you have questions, now's the time. Put them in the comments. Moving on to lot number 12. CU 2021 21046, a slate hen. Original Dave Ottaway, direct child of Foundation Cock, the Foundation Cock 1, sire and grandsire to countless winners and breeders of winners from the Hopkin and Sugins champion winning bloodlines. This is slate 46. Dave, what do you got to say?
All right. Here we go again. This is another sister of Whitetail. Half sister, same father, $4.99. Whitetail, the checker hen, this hen. The mother, again, is out of 347. The father of the trifecta cock, and $4.99. So it's Hollywood on the top, and it's basically the President line with a touch of the Sugins on the bottom. These have been my best pigeons. These are my middle distance speed birds. This slate line, the Hollywood, the President, and the Super Crack 699. This is the stuff I cross with the long distance birds and make the great one lock pigeons. This is the magical cross. Go ahead, Ryan.
Ryan, what do you got to say?
Well, she is a pretty pigeon to look at. She's not my most favorite in the hand. She's a smaller hen, a finger keeled event. The vents are strong, but she's a little left, a little right in the hand. She's not completely compact together. I'm never a big fan of slates, although I will say she's almost got red in her. She's a pretty pigeon. Forearm is loose. Feather quality is super soft on this hen, real soft. And Dave, we talked about the other day, sitting there having steak together. I'm not a fan of slates, but you are. And why? What's so special about these?
I can tell you, I can't race a slate past the third race on any combine or they don't race, but breed. My God, they breed. Okay, it's not that they race, because they don't race very well. I don't like them on the race team, but in the stock loft, they are excellent. This hen feels the way she feels in your hand because she's inbred. Her father's mother is this hen's grandmother, 3440, inbred president. That's why she feels the way she does in your hand, because she's inbred like crazy to the president of Mike Gannis. Excellent blood. Excellent.
Well, I will say one thing. I told you the magic words. She's intelligent when you hold her up. Super feather quality, which you need great feather quality. She's got a killer eye. The body, you got to add to that. But Dave has been breeding pigeons for a hell of a long time. And he sticks with these slates. And the reason he sticks with them is because what he says is they're like a four-leaf clover. They're hard to find, but when you find them and they click, you're going to get the good ones. You're not looking for the slates out of her. You're looking for any other color. She should breed the good ones. Where do you guys go to bid, Leah? Where do they go to bid?
Where do you guys go to bid? FeathersElitePigeonAuctions.com or Fepa.Ca. Again, this auction closes Friday night starting at 7 o'clock. Feathers Elite Fridays, doubleheader. 2 auctions closing every Friday night from now until March, guys. So clear your calendars. It's going to be exciting. We're going to move on to lot number 14 in the Dave Ottaway The Hens sale. Lot number 14 is CU 2021-21095. A Blue Bar White Flight, I believe, hen, an original Dave Ottaway direct child of Pioneer 2020 champion Mona's Widow 94. Winning equal first, 373 kilometers, equal first, 429 kilometers, and foundation breeding cock, the 400. From the creator champion winning bloodlines, this is Mona's 95. Dave?
All right. This is a daughter of Ryan's favorite hen in the sale, lot 1. It's her daughter. This hen raced very well. Now, normally, guys, I've been laxed, okay, this year because I knew I was winding down in the sport. You'll notice I have a lot of detail on my pedigrees, but this year, because I knew where I was going and this was going to happen, I kind of got lax and I didn't put all my race results on the pedigree. But this hen flew excellent. This is one of the top flying hens out of 20094 for me this year as a young bird. And I bred her towards the creator side of her pedigree because the creator's kind of been long forgotten, but that creator blood mixed in with the Black Widow blood, it was excellent. And the Hollywood mix. That's the Mona Lisa pigeon is creator, Hollywood, and Hopkins. And this hen here, I bred back towards the creator line for it to cross in with the other ones later on, but I'm not going to get to do it. Somebody else is going to get to do it. Brian?
Right? Well, lot number 14.
She feels like the mother. She's not as long and she's not as rump, muscular. The vents are the same. The feather quality is the same. She has that same amount of feather feel. A forearm is nice and tight. But or not, I like her. She is not the mother. But remember, the mother of this pigeon is not the same as the grandmother. This pigeon goes more closer to the grandmother's feel. The black hen, the 419.
Right.
Closer to her, but I'll tell you, she's got the same look, the same eye, smoky, smutty blue. She's got a complete opposite eye of her mother. Nice pigeon, Dave. I'm not against this pigeon at all. She's tightening up nice. And guys, we had to put this whole auction together in kind of a short time. We had the birds in the baskets a lot, doing a lot of photos, this way, that way. You see, we moved up. We're doing box videos, handling videos, eye sign videos, and we had a lot to put together. And the birds in and out of the crates, trying to get things right. I'm starting to feel the birds now are starting to come up. Ricky handled them today. He said, boy, they're coming up. They're coming up. They haven't been bothered for 4 or 5 days. Starting to come up. So this hen, she has the face of her mother, eh, Dave?
Yeah, she does. she's going to be an excellent breeder for this. I bred this pigeon more for breeding than racing, but I wanted to test them because I always test my inbreeds. And this is inbred, and this hen showed her stuff, just like her mother did, but on my course with the headwind.
And you know what, Dave? You feel it. It has an inbred feel. Derek Tavares always says to me, he laughs, inbred feel, inbred feel. She's not better than her mother. She's like the diet version of the mother. Does that make sense?
Yes, yeah. She handles more like 419, who's her grandmother, who's in this sale as well. She handles more like that. Yeah.
Perfect.
Wow. There we go. Can we hear? Are you cutting out there, Ryan? Where do you guys go to bid? Feathersley, Pigeons.auctions.com or Fepa.Ca. Then auction closes Friday night, starting at 7 o'clock. We're going to move on to lot number 16. Guys, again, if you have questions for Dave, now is the time. Please put them in the comments. Moving on to lot number 16. CU 2021 20100. I get some feedback here. Just give me a second. There we go. 20100. An original Dave Ottaway. Top racing hen, never out of the clock. Winner of 6th Champion Bird Club 2021. First at 204 kilometers, 10th at 400 kilometers, second at 510 kilometers. Hollywood and Bart Gearing's bloodlines throughout. Sire is a proven racer, and Dam is a proven breeder. Ooh, I think she got stuck there. Dave, let's talk about her.
All right. The father to this pigeon was one of my best racers, and he's in this auction. Her father is in this auction as well, and he is a direct son of 857, the big checker white flight. I think he's lot number 1 in the cock sale. This would be his granddaughter, and I mated that to, again, Hollywood. That's on the magic mix, Hollywood, and the mother of this pigeon is a full sister to the hen we call Don King that we looked at earlier. And guess what? Whitetail's in there again, and the father of the trifecta cock is in there again. So the mother to this is a half sister to the trifecta cock, and a daughter off of the whitetail. And the father was a son off the grandson of the Gurnix Gladiator, and again inbred Hollywood. So as you can see, my formulas are very consistent when you look at my pedigree, and they're consistently bred a certain way for a reason, because they win and they reproduce themselves. This hen will be, this young hen was 6th champion bird in the club this year. I don't know if I put it on the pedigree or not. This hen this was my best racer this year in young birds. This hen right here. She was the best pigeon that I had. Her and another cock, the Cayman cock, was the best cock. This was the best racing hen. Go ahead, Ryan.
Ryan, give me the goods. We can't hear you.
I'm hearing you guys perfectly good.
There we go. We hear you.
You can't hear me at all?
No, we hear you now. Go ahead. We hear you now.
Go ahead. I'm hearing you perfect. Okay. This hen is exactly the Don. You said the Don.
Her mother's a full sister to Don King.
Yeah. She's got the same feather problem. Look at the top of the head, Leah. What do you notice?
She's got a little mohawk.
History repeats itself. She feels identical. The back comes up just a little bit. She's got the same length. Super feather quality, strung tight. The barrel is real nice. Very, very nice, sharp-looking pigeon. And she's got a bad hairdo. But other than that, I like the pigeon. It's a nice pigeon. There's nothing wrong with this hen at all. Guys, Dave's had nothing but success with his style of breeding, trying birds, blending birds, mixing birds. I should say, when Dave gets out of pigeons, he's going to be doing one of those all-day breakfasts. He's going to be the guy that makes those great omelets. That's what I see Dave doing next. No, these are nice. They're nice.
I'm going to be eating the
Where do you guys?
Nice hen, Dave. No, nothing wrong with her. Super.
Lot number.
If I was
Go ahead, Dave.
if I was staying in Pigeons, I would fly that hen one more year, and I would bang her right away into the stock coop. She's another one with an excellent eye, and her pedigree is full of all stars. Granddaughter of the whitetail, granddaughter of Trifecta Cock's father, 347, granddaughter of a grandson of Gladiator, 857. All these pigeons are in the auction. The grandparents are in the auction. Whitetail and the grandson of Gladiator.
And I will say, those Gladiator birds, they're normally big, deep, heavy, clunky pigeons. I handle a lot of them. That one, it's got it in it, but you bred that out of it. It's nice, it's point, it's strong, it's one-pin tail, boom, 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 and it's got a bad hairdo. So it's a nice bird.
Don't worry about the size of some of those import from Verkemen, because you can breed it out of them, and there's the proof of the pudding right there. My best young bird this year.
And where do you guys go to bid? FeatherslyPigeonAuctions.com or Fepa.Ca. This auction closes. I'll say it again so you guys don't forget. Friday night, 7 o'clock. We're going to move on to lot number 17 of the Hens Dave Ottaway sale. Lot number 17, Nova Scotia, 2020, 307. A Blue Bar Hen, an original Dave Ottaway with Marcel Albrecht and J&F Elkman. Granddaughter of national winner Kim from Marcel Albrecht with the best of the Wonder Floor lines of J&F Elkman. If you guys are wondering who the heck Kim is, she's a big national winner over in Belgium. Thought I would throw that in there for you, Dave. Dave, let's talk about it.
All right. Now, I'm just learning these import pigeons myself. This is bred out of 2 imports. This one's a 2020. If you check the 2021s in the auction, you're going to find a couple of brothers and sisters of this hen. And I bred the same pair together 2 years in a row for a reason. They were clocking. The full brother to this, when I said I had the first 3 on the drop from 375 miles and 1,100 meters a minute, the second pigeon in the clock was this one's brother. Okay, and the father to this pigeon is the one called Sky Blue in the auction. I think he's going for about $600 right now, and that cock bred excellent for Marcel Albrecht. And like I say, there's brothers and sisters in the auction to this. These are very good distance pigeons. So you cross these pigeons with a middle distance speed, and you're going to get your 400 mile, 350 mile one lock young birds. Go ahead, Ryan.
Okay. The first thing when I handle the pigeon, loads of feathers, soft, silky feathers, amazing feather quality in this pigeon. Forearm is nice. It's tight. She's a little bit in your hand. She likes to wiggle. She got a lot of fight, a lot of look to her, but beautiful, beautiful pigeon. Now, there's Elkman in this pigeon. And we know since Feathers Elite has been bringing the Elkman blood the last 3 seasons into this area, they're hitting. Ask Wally Bielek. Ask Gordy Whale. Ask Dave Ottaway. She's blowing out nice. Look at her. Basket blown out. Put her in a basket, blown out. They get basket ready, super form, sharp looking hen. Take a look at her. Nice pigeon, Dave. And feather, I'm going to say again, feather quality beyond. It's like when you look at one of those Laurier commercials and the girl's blow drying her hair and it's blowing and it looks great and you imagine how soft it is. That's what this is right here.
Yeah, I bought both these pigeons from the parents from Feathers Elite, and I just love them. It was really hard, but anyways, they were paired together 2 years in a row for a reason. They were throwing the goods.
There you go. Lot number 17 in the Dave Ottaway The Hens online auction at Fepa.Ca. It's where you guys go to bid. Auction closes Friday night, starting at 7 o'clock. We're going to move on to lot number 18, guys, in the Hens sale. Lot number 18, CU 2019, 7. Blue Checker Hen, an original Dave Ottaway with Carl Schillens. Dam to winner of 3rd at 205 kilometers. Daughter of first ace bird in all of Poland. Dan is from the $3,000 one-loft winning family of Alex Beach's Warlord Shillin's bloodlines. This is daughter Polish Ace. Dave, give me the goods.
All right. The father to this pigeon. I got this pigeon from Stan Gow. All right. The father to this pigeon is Poland 13. And they got numbers a mile long. I won't bother reading that. He was a Shellens on the top and a Delbar on the bottom, her father. He was champion ace pigeon of Poland. Now, think about this, people. Those guys got 30, 40,000 pigeons a week. This pigeon was champion ace of Poland. And the race record on her father is phenomenal. And, Stan did me a good, I've gotten a lot of pigeons from Stan. You see them in my auction and in my pedigrees. He's always been good to me. And he didn't let me down on this hen, right? And the mother is also Shellens from Alex Beach. Shellens from Alex Beach, his Shellens are responsible for over $300,000 of one-loft winnings in the U.S. alone. Okay? So this hen I paired to 172, the Van Loon cock in the auction, and bred excellent pigeons. I also paired her to another Shellens cock, and I bred a hen. I took that hen and made it back to its father, and then there's two of them in the auction as well, down off this hen. Really, really inbred. These pigeons clock good. I'm only just learning them, but what I've learned is they adapted very well to my headwind course, and they like a tougher race, and that's because of the Delbar cross in them. I'm assuming that's why they do so good with a headwind. These are great. This is a great hen, and there's two other ones in the auction down from her, inbred. I like them. I like them.
Ryan, give me the goods.
All right. We've done a lot of lots so far, but when I handle this pigeon, it's a different pigeon. It's totally different. It's not the Black Widow. It's not the President. It's not the Super Champ. It's not the White. It's all different. This is a different pigeon. And I've been lucky enough to meet Alex Beach. I've flown against him in California in the one-off races and that. And I'll tell you, when Dave gives you the number of $300,000, Dave's a little on the low end. The people that win with his birds, he's produced a lot of money winners. But this bird, you see it in the face. You feel it in the body. The buoyancy in this pigeon feels like the birds that win the California Classic for Alex, the birds that win the Triple Crown when the Triple Crown was going on, the Holiday Cup. When I handled them in the sales there, this is the same feel, the same soft feather, buoyancy, 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 loads of feather, soft feather, good muscle, and that same face. It's a totally different kind of face, but a real nice pigeon. Vents are strong. I think the one, maybe she broke the one vent, but that's okay. Nice pigeon, super bloodlines. That's all I got to say on that, Leah. I've been there, done that, and this is one of them.
Yeah, she always was a tight-vented hen. I think she did bust a vent. But don't let that worry you. She still lays eggs fine. I had no problem getting eggs out of her. And, what you'll find, the eye sign on this hen and the descendants from her in the auction, you're going to find them, Ryan calls them fish eyes. And they are very, very light pearl eyes. But when you put the eyeglass on them, if you know what you're looking for, they still got a full circle under there. It's just that they're not, like he says, they're not the Super Champion, the Hollywood, those pigeons with those rich eyes. But these pigeons fly good. They fly really good.
And these eyes are great canvases to put those super rich eyes onto, correct, Dave?
Yes. If you put those strong eyes together, too many generations in a row, you'll deteriorate the eye. You take an outcross like this eye and you pair it to those wowzer diamond eyes, as you call them, from Tiffany's. Those are the eyes you put this eye is the one you put to those strong eyes, correct.
There you go. Right, let's have one last look at your lot number 18 in the Dave Ottaway, the hens. Online auction open now, closes on Friday, starting at 7 o'clock. We're going to move on to lot number 20 in the hens sale. Let's bring up this beauty. Let's start right from the beginning. Here we go. Lot number 20, CPFA 2019 409, a blue checker white plate hen. An original Dave Ottaway, a proven breeder, guys. Dam to winners of, among others, first 275 kilometers, second 400 kilometers. Second, 240 kilometers, sixth, 340 kilometers, ninth, 275 kilometers, 10th, 400 kilometers, and so on. A super inbred to super champion via the GFL 778. This is super champion 409. Dave, give me the goods.
All right. This hen is one of my all-time favorites. She's bred down through Bob Durra's Pigeons from 778, as Leah said. And he's in the pedigree 1, 2, 3, about 6, 7 times. This hen is an absolute peach in your hand. I put her onto the Hollywood line. You know, there's a green-eyed cock in the sale, 371. And I mated him to her, and boy, did they fly. They flew good. I only got her last year. So, but her young ones were right in there with my best pigeons, and I really love this hen, and it was really hard to let this one go, let me tell you. But whoever gets this hen is going to be as good as Whitetail. She just hasn't had the time to be proven yet. But the first year breeding, she kicked ass. This is going to be a super hen. Pair it to anything you want. It's going to breed good.
Ryan, what do you guys say? Lot number 20.
Look.
Here.
You want to put that up first? Put the
It's
eye.
coming.
Let's take a look.
It's coming.
Leah, stick with the program. We got a lot of track to cover.
She's still doing her runway routine. We talked too quickly on this one. There we go. There's the eye on lot number 20. Go ahead.
Yeah, take a look at it. We don't have to say much more. Look at it.
Very nice. Whoa, there we go. Very nice. Okay, Ryan.
Now,
give me the goods.
Look at the 3 bars on her. Look at the thickness of the 3 bars. All 3 bars. Guys, new beginners. Count. 1, 2, 3. Almost all 3 of them. Well, look at the third. Look at this one right here. The size of my pinky. This one's bigger than my thumb. This is a super hen. The muscles are awesome. She's short, compact. Nice rich eye. Tight pigeon. Feather quality beyond belief. The nice little tick in her eye. Woo! She looks good. She's intelligent. She got the nice white flights. A little bit of war paint on her, which is nice. Strong, not big. And you guys don't know this, but you see me getting birds handed to me. LMR, Loft Manager Richard, he said, this is one nice pigeon. And I can't swear because this is now a family show.
A nice pigeon, Loft Manager Richard. Loft Manager Richard approved. Go ahead, Dave.
Yeah, I just love that hen. You know, I wish I still had it. Whoever gets that hen's got a gold mine. I'll tell you right. That's it.
Hey, that's it. We're done. We're done with the hen, Leah. Don't miss out.
Don't miss
now,
out. Go ahead.
I just want to remind everybody. Oh, sorry, Leah.
No, go ahead.
I just want to remind everybody, you know, we're showcasing these ones here. Look at the 2021 pigeons. They're down off these birds, okay? Just because they don't have the big records that I got on the other ones, I had time to prove them. I didn't have time to prove the 2021, but they're off these big, these nice pigeons here. So don't be fooled.
You heard it from Dave first. Where do you guys go to bid? FeathersLeePigeonAuctions.com. This auction closes Friday night, starting at 7 o'clock. We're going to move on to lot number 21. A black hen, an original Dave Ottaway. Let's read the band number. CU 2015 419. A black hen, original Dave Ottaway. The best of South Shore's Black Widow and Hollywood Hofkin champion winning bloodlines. A super proven racer and breeder, winner of 8th at 290 kilometers, 41st combine, 26 200 kilometers. Dam to the 2020 Pioneer One Loft Race winner of equal first, 3 birds on the drop, 373 kilometers, equal first, 429 kilometers. 15th, 164 kilometers, 15th, 120 kilometers, and so on. Whew. Champion 419, your lot number 21. Dave, tell me about her.
When I bred this pigeon, back when I was in the Aurelia Club, I bred this pigeon, and her body always kind of turned me off a little bit. But you know what? The hen is inbred. Her father, number 84, was one of my best all-time racers, and he was a direct son out of 829, which was the original black cock that I got from Stan at a 525 that started this black line. Okay, so this is a not a granddaughter. She's a granddaughter of 829. She's a granddaughter of a hen 3679 that I got from Tony Elvis. It's Aviator and Black Widow and Hollywood on the father's side. Now on the mother's side, 48. Her mother topped the combine, the Up Combine at 300 miles and was first at the Yearling Derby as a yearling. And her father was 1262, which again is Aviator and Black Widow. And the mother and her grandmother, the other grandmother, is again inbred Hollywood. Okay, so Aviator, Black Widow, Hollywood. Sorry guys, there's that formula again. All right, this is the mother of the hen that Ryan likes so much. Lot 1. This hen's a super breeder. Carry on.
Hey, well, okay.
Give me the
Is it?
give me the goods here,
Give me the
Ryan.
goods. All right. Well, hey, if you're too dumb to hit lot 1, and this hen's got a granddaughter as well. What's the granddaughter's? What lot's the granddaughter again? Let me think.
I can't remember. There's too many.
She's there. She's there with the same eye as her.
This hen has a few grandchildren.
Yeah, has the 2 grandchildren. But this is the one that could be the golden egg. I like her. I see what Dave says about the body. You feel that more in the granddaughter. Her body is not a 12-12-12, but she's a super 10. She's a nice 10 pigeon. She has the buoyancy for hours on the wing. And, you know, I was lucky. When I was in my mid-20s, I went down to Indiana. I went down with Tony Elvis, and we went down to visit Mike. We had dinner, we had lunch, the next day we had breakfast, and out for breakfast, the secret was Black Widow's very best pairing was Aviator. There it is right there.
That's double Aviator and Black Widow.
So there you guys have it. If you're looking for the old family, remember, when I was eating my 15-pound egg omelet because I didn't think I could do it, and I did, I asked some questions. And Aviator's best pairing out of all of them was with Black Widow. Or Black Widow's best pairing was with Aviator. I handled them all. I've been there, done that, and got the bumper sticker. Black Widow was a super pigeon. Aviator was a super pigeon. I handled Black Widows, brothers and sisters, mothers and fathers. Super quality pigeons, and you feel it here. And, you know, when I did the eye sign and I did the going through the birds, I had them all in baskets, and I'm going through and writing the numbers. And I said, lot number 1, I would pair lot 1 with this cock. Got a cocky look to her, but she's a hen. I would have paired lot 1 to her. But you can't pair 2 hens together, and this is a mother-daughter. This is a super hen. Don't miss out on this hen. Hey, Dad, do me a favor. Go to the bank. I want this one.
Lot number 21. Where do you guys go to bid? FeatherslyPigeonAuctions.com or Fepa.Ca. One last look at her. A real beauty.
I just want to say something.
Go ahead, Dave. Sure. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Obviously, I have a lot of Black Widow. Okay, because they win. I actually talked to Andreas Drapa, the breeder of the original Black Widow hen in Germany. He speaks English. I spoke to him on the phone because I wanted to know. I asked him, what is the background of this Black Widow hen you sold Mike Guinness? He says, Tanier, that's where the black's coming from, Jansen, and Delbar. And he also told me that the army in the Swiss Alps comes to him for them black widow pigeons when he had them to fly in the Swiss Alps for message, for communication purposes, like using pigeons.
Oh,
And the
wow.
black widows were the best. He said the Swiss Army used them in Switzerland. So,
Wow, that's wild. Good to know.
yeah.
Where do you guys go to bid? FeathersLakePigeonAuctions.com. We're going to move on to lot number 22. Beautiful blue bar hen. Van number Nova Scotia 2021 452. Again, a blue bar hen. An original Dave Ottaway, sister to many top racers at the club and one loft racing level. Sire is a proven breeder from the best of the Mona Lisa and Super Widow Foundation champion winning bloodlines. This is Mona Lisa 452. Dave, let's talk about her.
All right. Okay, so this one here is a half sister to lot number 1 off the same cock, number 93. Okay, so this is a half sister to the number 1 that Ryan likes so much. Okay, that's basically Mona Lisa Hollywood creator. Now, the mother to this 281 is bred from 429, a son off the original black cock that I got from Stan, paired on to his granddaughter. Okay, so father, granddaughter mating is her mother from the Black Widow line. Father is the same father as lot 1, which is Mona Lisa, creator in Hollywood. Again, there's that magic formula. How come I keep mixing them that way, guys? Because they reproduce themselves and they win races. That's why. Right?
You know, when I handle this one, so this is down from the 94. The back's not the same tightness, but the barrel's the same. The arm is the same. She's got that same sort of look to her. She's a softer blue. Nice pigeon. Not a bad pigeon at all. Back is a little up, and you see it in her. And guys, we're not sugarcoating. We show you everything. You know, sexy pictures are sexy pictures. We show it all. That's what I like here. You can see them in real time, in live time. Box pictures are everything that we put together. You see it. And this is another one of those pigeons. It's a nice pigeon. But you hear Dave. Look at the magical formula. Dave has had a lot of success with the Guinness pigeons. I will tell you, I've handled the creator. When I was down in Indiana, when I was in my early 20s, Mike brought out the creator birds. And you know what my biggest problem was? I went for a grizzle. And I could have had directly off the creator, and I should have taken it. I should have went with it. I love them. But I was goo-goo gaga over some grizzles. I made that mistake. Guys, don't make the mistake. They're right here. Dave's been working with them. They're getting the results. Look at the sharpness. Look at the character in the pigeon. Nice feather quality. She's a little deeper. Still got good muscle, good forearm. Feather quality is right there. Wow.
Okay. Again, I want to emphasize the father of this pigeon, his full brother, is in this auction, fan number 171. I tell you, that stuff is gold. They come off a cock, 989, who's a double grandson of Mona Lisa. I got it from Robert Rody. I bought it from Robert, got it directly from Mike, and I got it from Robert. And that cock did not breed very good racers, but my God, his children breed gold. And that's the father of this pigeon here. Go ahead.
Anything else, Ryan?
No, you know what? We spent it all on this one. It's got the goods. It's got the goods. You gotta try it, right? Now remember, you can go and buy the mother or the grandmother or the great. This could be the golden breeder because sometimes it skips generations. You heard Dave buys one. It doesn't breed him nothing. He holds on and he uses the key word in pigeon flying. It's called patience. Patience breeds then the following season off of children, the money winners, the good ones. Sometimes, guys, slow down a little bit. Give it a chance.
Troy has a question. Dave, can you ask Dave to say where the Black Widow came down from? Was it, Chunakas? I probably said that name wrong, but Dave?
Well, the Black Widow pigeons, like I said, I spoke to the Andreas Drappa in Germany, and when he had the Black Widow line originally, and they basically told me they were Tenier and Delbar and Jansen. So they're not related. The Black Widow hen is a one-off that Mike Gannon's brought in. There, any of these other blacks you see out there that came from Rick Martis, they're called Black Eagles or whatever they're called.
Black Diamonds, yep.
Black Diamond. And then you have some people professing Black Eagles. They're all black pigeons, but they're not the same as this Black Widow line. This Black Widow line came down from one hen, from Andreas Drappa. Now, I'm not saying that those other pigeons don't have Tenier blood in them to make them black. Who knows, right? But I know this line is Tenier, Delbar, and Jansen, the Black Widow line. And there you go. 3 crosses, and the hen is a prolific breeder of so many generations of winners. So trust me, you got to cross them to maintain the vitality. And the other thing that I want to emphasize, Ryan is being very honest with you. He's telling you the back is this, the vent is this. When I breed my pigeons, again, I breed for performance. I don't breed show pigeons. I don't take my pigeons to shows. Do I have birds that handle like show pigeons and are performance? Yes. But guess what? I have some pigeons with a bit of an open vent, a bit of a short back, a bit of a tail up. As long as it's not drastic, I don't care, because if they're breeding winners, and I can fix that in the next mating. So don't worry if they got a little bit of that. Carry on, Ryan.
Brian, what are you showing there?
Hey, I'm showing you the vibration in the pigeon. She's got the vibration. Remember, when I was in my early 20s, boy, I'm really starting to date myself, eh? It's just unbelievable. Richard, he doesn't know what's going on right now, but I was in Indiana. I handled Black Widow's mother, father, brother, cousin, uncle. There was a whole wing on Black Widow. He bought the whole family completely out. All the good ones in the blacks. Mike owned them. They were breeding the good ones. You have it here in this one. Now remember, this pigeon is black if you want it to be. Just look at the black here in the bars.
Sure it is. Of course it is. Where do you guys go to bid on? Go ahead, Dave. Go ahead, Dave. I'm going to cut you off.
Dave got shy. Take it away, Leah. Go, go, go. Wake me up before you go.
Oh, no, he's talking. I don't know if he's talking or he's not talking, but I'm going to talk. Where do you guys go to bid? LesliePigeonAuctions.com. We're going to move on to lot number 28 in the Dave Ottaway the hen sale. Okay, here we go. Nova Scotia 2021 476. A Blue Bar hen, original Dave Ottaway, with Marco Mattis and Marcus Schumacher. Pedigree loaded with European national winning bloodlines, the best of Koopman, Van Dyke, Kircher, and Vandermeer. This is Elaine 476. Dave, let's talk about it.
All right. They're both all right. There's 4 or 5 pigeons in this auction bred this way from a son of Elaine and Lady Maria, and they're basically Koopman pigeons and Van Dyck pigeons, Cannonball and Koopman crossed. Okay, so it's 2 imports mated together, bred this pigeon. I just got them from Feathers Elite last year. I didn't have a chance to fly. I put one hen to a Black Widow cock, and the young cock I bred out of that flew very consistently, but he didn't peak this year, but he was very consistent. So I expect he needed another year to develop. So I can't tell you a lot about these pigeons because they're brand new to me. I got them through Feathers Elite, and I'm going to be straight up with you guys. I retained the parents at my loft. I still have the parents, but I sent you 5 babies off, okay? Because I didn't know anything about these birds, so I wanted to give them one last go before I'm out of pigeons. So I do have the parents, but you guys got 4 or 5 young ones off them in this auction. Go ahead, Ryan.
Right?
Okay. Whoa. Feather quality, outstanding. A finger killed at a vent. The vents are strong. Is she perfect in your hands? Not 100%, but she's very buoyant. She talks to you. She's very sexy looking. The back comes up a bit. You see it there. It comes up just a little bit. Very calm in the hands. I like it. Forearm is nice and tight. She got the vibration. Oh yeah, she's got it. But it's the feather. There's something about the feather quality, the buoyancy. She's not overly big. Yeah, she is a little short. The back does come up just a wee little bit. But I will say, Dave retained the parents. When you handle these babies, you feel it. There's super quality in them. Wow. I love the feel of the feather quality. Nice birds. Guys, you have a real opportunity right here. Take a look at this hen. Out of this world.
Super. Dave, anything else on that one?
Yeah, well, all I'm going to say, if you like Koopman pigeons and Van Dyck pigeons, this is it. Now, I noticed in the pedigree on the father's side, you got Piet van der Meer. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Piet van der Meer is the guy with the black torniers. So I forgot to ask Drappa because I couldn't remember Van der Meer's name. I was going to ask him, did you get your original Black Widows from Van der Meer? Because he's got the black pigeons. But anyways, it's in the pedigree of the father. If that's a coincidence or not, I don't know if it means anything, but there you go.
You know, guys, when I open up a bird's wing and I never see my fingers, you see, Leah, you see here, see these fingers?
Mm-hmm.
You don't see them here.
Right.
The bird have great coverage back in here. Covers. So when the bird takes that stroke, poof, it's taking a full stroke. If you had a hole here and you see my fingers, every stroke is a half stroke. Losing. Everything they gain at the front, they lose it out the back. But not these birds. Look at full stroke. Full stroke. Nice wing. I like it. Nice pigeon, Dave.
Very nice.
I liked it too.
Go ahead, Dave.
No, I was just going to say I liked them too. Great secondaries, good width, very wide. That keeps a pigeon afloat for 10, 12 hours on the wing. No problem.
We have a question from Rita for Dave. It's a long one, Dave, so buckle up. Rita says, Mr. Ottaway, I'm very confused as a new flyer in regards to this thought. Can you explain to me what it means to be a Guinness family line of birds when the Guinness gentleman is fortunate enough to purchase winning bloodlines worldwide? When does a particular line of birds become your own? Rita, that's a fantastic question. We need to ask that on the family show as well on Monday. That's a great question, Rita. Dave,
that should have been a family show question.
Dave and Ryan?
Very. All right, I'll take a crack at it first, and then Ryan can comment. Very good question, Rita. It becomes your line of pigeons on the very first mating. You know why? Because you didn't breed the father, you didn't breed the mother. Mike Gannis did in this case, or Koopman or Van Dyck did. The minute the pigeon leaves the loft that you got it from, and you breed the very first round of young ones out of it, it's your pigeon because you paired it your way, not Koopman's way, not Van Dyck's way, not Mike Gannis's way. You paired the pigeon your way. It's now your blood. If you want to give credit to Mike Gannis or Van Dyck or Koopman or Piet van der Meer or whoever, that's great. You do that in the pedigree. But the first breeding, it's your blood, right from that point on.
Right?
Well, you know, it's you know, I went out with Mike numerous times, and I've talked with him, and I've asked him about all these national winners he's purchased, big national Olympiad winners, the all Brenham winners, great. And he's bought so many of them that it's the Gannis birds. It's what it is, and now you can't afford to buy those national winners. You can't do that. Why? Because the money in China and Taiwan and throughout the world goes up, 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 up. He's moved now to the one-loft birds. Easier to get. The Guinness family birds, he was after national winners. He wanted to bring the best into North America. And you look at Topo, you look at President, you look at Golden Matins, you look at all those birds. He gambled to bring them in, and he paired them his way. And once he paired them, they were his. But they were other people's. But he had the breeding stock and the eye and the dream, the determination. And you know what? He gambled. And he gambled big, and he won. I don't know, and I'm talking, this is bringing into Guinness here. The original birds, the 40, 50, 60 birds he brought, national Olympiad winners he brought in, those were the very best in that time. I don't think still today, the one-loft winners he brings in, they don't hold a candlestick to those pigeons. Because the amount of winning, and you still see it. You ask Dave, you still see it coming. From Topo, President, Golden Matins, Super Champion, Black Widow. You see it. It keeps coming. Because those were pigeons that were built and designed off of flying against thousands, if not 50,000 or 100,000 pigeons. Week in, week out, they got the results. They're different than one-loft pigeons. Those were the best of the very best. Do you agree, Dave?
100%. That's why I got so many of these old line pigeons, because they were proven, as you say, provincial and national winners over 10, 12 races a year, maybe 24 races over there, and they did it for 3-4 years in a row. That's quality pigeon. The one-loft pigeons today fly one season as a young bird, and it could be a flash in the pan to win the big race, or maybe if it won an average speed in a one loft, okay, I give the pigeon some credit there because it's an average speed and he did good all the way through. But the old lines were cultivated on not just 4 or 5 races and one race at the end. They raced probably 50, 60 races before they were put into stock. It's a better pigeon as far as I'm concerned. And that's just the way I feel.
And if you go back, and I will say this, you go back, or you start today and say, I'm going to buy the same birds Mike did that won all these races, pick the same results in modern pigeons here today, you will never afford them. They are all going to Fepa, EPW, and they're going up for $300,000, $400,000, $200,000, $100,000, $500,000. You will not afford them. They weren't $10,000 pigeons, but back then, 10, 15, 20,000, it was easier to bring them in. So now the cheapest birds are what? The young birds that fly one series in South Africa, and it's your average speed winner, your one-loft race winner, and your car winner. You buy them all for $150,000, and you start selling babies. Different. They're not the same quality.
I just want to say one thing here before we move on. On my Facebook page, Mike Guinness said to me that he was quite impressed with the way that I have bred his old line pigeons and kept them winning. He said, he gave me a compliment and said that my breeding abilities are excellent because of the results that I'm still getting out of his old line pigeons. So that was nice. That was nice to hear from him, and I thanked him very much for his compliment.
Well, sure. Of course, it's always nice. Yeah, of course. When you're doing your own thing and somebody compliments you on what a good job you're doing, of course, especially when it comes from somebody as acclaimed as he is. So that's awesome. Guys, where do you go to bid? We got a little off track there, but thanks for the question, Rita. We always do appreciate that. FeatherslyPigeonAuctions.com or Fepa.Ca. This auction closes Friday night starting at 7 o'clock. We're going to move on to lot number 35 in the Dave Ottaway Hens online auction. Lot number 35, a blue bar hen, NL 2017 1758578. Again, blue bar hen. An original Joseph Cannon, a super breeding hen, Grand Dam to winner of second 300 kilometers that touched one loft race. Dam to winners of, among others, fifth 370 kilometers, 12th 340 kilometers, 7th 175 kilometers, 14th 180 kilometers. Many top breeders in the pedigree. This is Mustang Dodge. Give me the goods, Dave.
All right. Okay, so This is a pigeon that I got from Herman Beaver Dam directly off of two birds from Verkamen's loft. You've heard of the hottest pigeon there for Verkamen is his Electro line. His what do you call it? Give me a minute here. Electro Extreme, the Lou. The black one he calls Barco. One of his current champions from 2014 is Mustang. This hen here, her grandfather was a full brother to Mustang, as well as there's Electro. She's double Electro and Mustang, and very good pigeons for me. They're her half brother and her half sister to this hen is in the auction. There's a black pied hen, white flight. That's her half sister. And then there's the 249 cock, the black white flight cock with a nice eye that Ryan likes. That's this hen's half brother. The two pieds are full brother and sister. This is their half sister. These pigeons, when I crossed them in with my magic cross, as I told you, bred super, super, super. I paired them together and they didn't do that well. But when I crossed them with my three-way cross, bango. Excellent breeding pigeons. Go ahead, Ryan.
There you go, Ryan.
All right.
Tell me about
Soft feather. She's a little short, little left, little right in the back. Back comes up. Vents are strong. And guys, I'm telling you because I'm not here selling for Dave. I'm trying to be your fingers. So when you get the bird, you know what you're buying. I'm not going to tell you she's long cast when she's not. I'm giving you what I'm feeling. Now, I'm no expert. I've handled a lot of pigeons. One finger kill event. This bird does do this in your hands. Got the vibration. Got a little bit of that motor. Forearm, medium tight. The feather quality is soft, silky, and you see, you feel it. You know, is it soft? I feel it right away, but I like to really feel the feather quality. She's got nice feather quality. She's buoyant. She gets a bit excited in your hand. Nothing wrong with that. You see she's got a little bit of a third bar, and that's what I mean by the third bar. You see it there on her. Very little bit, but she has it. A lot of fight to her. She's not the most desirable in your hands, but she's not the worst. She's not a bad pigeon, but she's got loads of feather. The quality is there. The eye is rich. A little bit of white on her face right there. You see that? Look at that. And that's all I got to say on this one, Leah.
Dave?
All right. I just want to close off by saying just read the comments. You know, she's grandmother to second place at 300 kilometers, a Dutch touch with a lot of other positions in there as well. This hen was one of those hens that bred breeders. Her direct children for me really didn't race all that good, but I was smart enough to breed her children. Bada boom, bada bing. So if you're going to, whoever buys this hen, don't get too horny about them racing for you, the babies, but you keep them and you breed the babies. That's where the gold is. Okay?
There you go. Right from the breeder's mouth. This is why we do this, folks. So you guys get it right from the breeder. Get the goods right from the breeder. Where do you guys go to bid? FeathersleightPigeonAuctions.com. Auction closes Friday night, starting at 7 o'clock. We're going to move on to the final lot in the hens Dave Ottaway online auction. Lot number 36, beautiful blue checker hen. CU 2019 6462. An original Dave Ottaway, a super racing hen, winner of 6th and 7th Champion Bird Club, Old Bird and Young Bird. Third, 440 kilometers. Third, 340 kilometers. Third, 280 kilometers. Third, 230 kilometers, and so on. This is Topper 6462. Dave, why don't you give me the goods on this beauty?
All right. Her father is my old foundation cock, the father of the trifecta cock that Ryan flew. So that's a half sister to the trifecta cock. And her mother was an import, an old 2013 hen, 299. She was a granddaughter of Jempe and Hybrex National. So this is a Hybrex pigeon on the mother's side, which is 4, 5, 600 mile blood, crossed on to 300-400 mile middle distance speed blood. This hen was one of my best racers as well. I didn't race anything off of her, but if you look in the auction, you will find some children off of this hen in the 2021s. So if you don't get this hen, there's a daughter, I think, in this auction of a son. And this was one of my best racing hens as well, guys. But I just took her off the race team, so I didn't have a chance to prove her in the stock loft, but she was in my stock loft and going to stay there because of the way she raced and the way she's bred. So I would say this is going to be a good breeding hen, but she's going to breed some very tough 400-mile pigeons with young birds because of the Hybrex blood in them. Go ahead.
Well, nice eye as well, by the way. I'll throw that in there. Brian?
Just checking it out, yeah. Nice eye. It's not a bad pigeon. She's got soft feathers. Her back is short. Her back does come up. Got that Hybrex blood in it. Forearm is nice and tight. She's a talker. She's a looker. You know, and Dave, you're going to agree with me. She is not your best in your hand.
No.
Her vents are slightly open. She's kind of like you. Probably from how she flew for you, you probably think, boy, I wish she was this hen in your hands. She's not that, but you know what? She's got character. She's got smarts to her. You can see it. And she loves to talk, this hen. Loves to talk. Nice wing. Look at the great ventilation in those last 3 flights. Was this more of a distance pigeon?
Yes. Yes. Yeah, she did better as the races got longer and tougher. That's when this hen really showed her stuff, and because of the Hybrex blood in her, right? You're right. She does have a bit of an open vent, not really open, but it's not as tight as some of my other pigeons, and the tail. But you know what? When a pigeon flies like this hen flew, I don't give a damn about that sort of thing. But you know, with a bit of an up tail and a bit of, I'll sort that out in the cock that I made her to on the next mating. It's the winning genes and the consistency of her racing that I want to put into the babies, right? So again, I'm not breeding show pigeons, I'm breeding performance pigeons, and this is what you're getting at this auction, performance.
And guys, what I like to say is for new people like Rita, what does Dave mean? I'm going to fix this. I'm going to fix this hen. He's going to breed this hen to something different, stronger in the back, stronger this way, stronger that way, to adjust it. There's adjustments. But a hen like this that's raced this well, he's not discarding it because of a few flaws. Remember, we've got Usain Bolt. There's never going to be another 7-foot world record sprinter. Not in our lifetime. Maybe in 100 years there'll be another one. But this is what we're saying here. She's got a nice rich eye, strong. She's got good muscle. The feather quality is great. She's intelligent. And guys, if you want a cock for this hen, because she's not perfect. She's not. Don't ask me. Ask Dave. He'll fix her up for you. He'll fix you up a nice pair. She's a nice hen.
Where do you guys go to bid on this beautiful hen? FeathersLakePigeonAuctions.com, Fepa.Ca. Now, we've just gotten through the hens, and we are at about 2.5 hours now. I would love to keep going. However, the internet gods limit me on how long we can do live broadcasts, and I don't want to get halfway through the cocks and be cut off. Dave, do you have plans for tomorrow night? Can I ask you out on a date?
Yeah. We're going to have a date right here.
Okay, so same time, same place. Actually, we're going to do it a little earlier. Tomorrow night, how about Ryan and I will join you and the Feather Sleeve family tomorrow night at 7 o'clock, where we will go through how about we do the cocks tomorrow. And if you guys have any lot requests from the hens that we weren't able to show this evening, let us know. Either send us a message, shoot Ryan a text, 416-990-0187, or shoot us a message or send us an email. Or just put in the comments, if there's a hen that we missed that you would like to have a look at, let us know and we will bring it on tomorrow's show. And we will go through all the cocks that Dave has picked to go over. We will go over them tomorrow. Ryan is, I don't know, maybe Ryan went to go get the cocks. He's going to be in for a surprise. We'll wait for him until he comes back. But if that sounds good to everybody and sounds good to Dave, I think we will do this again tomorrow night, starting at 7 o'clock, and go through all the cocks that Dave has chosen, as well. If you guys have lot requests for the cocks, let us know. We'll be happy to bring them on. Ryan, what do you got there before we wrap this up?
Well, I wanted to do one request because I'm a requester.
Okay.
The band number, I took it out of the, I'm not sure which stall I took it out of. The band number was the 364 hen. She was in stall 13. I think she's in 19
Let me
or
look
20.
it up while you go back in the camera and I'll look it up. What was the band number, Ryan? 364?
364, yeah.
Of the hens, right?
I think it's going to be a 400 or a 500 band number. I don't think there's any 300s, is there?
There's a 364. Yeah, that's a black
Oh,
2002.
okay. Wait a minute. That's an old hen. I gotcha. Yeah.
That's a 2017, right, Ryan?
Yeah. That's the mother. That's the mother of the Toronto or the Dutch Touch winner. Yes.
There we go. I'll just bring her up here on the website. What Ryan is looking at right now, what he has in his hands, is the 2017 364, a black hen. This is an original Dave Ottaway, a Social Loft Super Breeder, folks. Dam 2 winners of, among others, third champion bird, All Canada Short Distance 2018. Also bred first place, one loft race, Dutch Touch 2 2020 versus 70 lofts, 11th and 13th, best bird in club. Grand Dam to winners of 6th and 9th average speed, 2019 Dutch Touch one loft race. 2nd, 3rd, 7th, and so on. Super Breeder 364. Ryan, why did you want to bring this hen on?
Well, she's bred a one loft race winner that should have won 48,000. She's a little deeper, a little longer cast hen. She's a nice hen. She's a bigger hen. Her back is strong. I like her better than the daughter. I do. And I think there could be some gold at the end of this rainbow if you're willing to give it another shot. Sharp looking eye. She has, again, a cockier build, even a cockier face. But the health, the condition, the muscle, nice pigeon vents are good and strong. Dave, she bred you a good one. Talk about her, and that's my pick here. Another pick from me.
All right. Well, 364 falls in the same mold as the whitetail, 419, and a few other ones. That was one of my foundation black hens. She's a granddaughter of the original black cock I got from Stan, 525, and her mother is 499, which again is inbred Hollywood and President. Okay, so it's the same formula and the same combination I've been using the whole auction here. It's a Black Widow, Hollywood, and President. 499 hen. Her mother was an outstanding. She's dead now. Was an outstanding breeder. Her children raced. They bred super. She was probably one of the best hens I ever owned. This is her daughter, and this is one of the best hens that I've ever owned. Is 364, mother of the Dutch Touch winner.
Available. Feathersley Pigeon Auctions. It's happening. There she is. This Friday it closes. Don't miss out. FeathersleyPigeonAuctions.com or Fepa.Ca, where you can buy this beautiful hen along with all the rest of them that we showed tonight, and even the ones that we didn't show tonight. All available on our website. We encourage you to head over to our website, take a look at the lots, open up the lots, do a little snooping around, check out the details, check out the videos, check out the photos, check out the eye sign, check out the information. This is why we do it for you guys, so you guys can make informative bids. That's why we have Dave Ottaway on tonight, and he'll be back on again tomorrow night, because we want to make sure that what you're putting in the loft, in your loft, you're going to be happy with at the end of the day. That's why we do this. We are here for you, as are our breeders. We will be back with Dave tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. In the meantime, head over to our website, do your homework. If you have questions, ask them on tomorrow night's show. I'm going to sign off. I want to thank Dave so much for spending almost 3 hours of his time this evening to go over all these lots with us and with you, and welcome him back again tomorrow night as we go through the cocks. Thank you so much, Dave. Always a pleasure. I know everybody here is giving all types of thumbs up and saying great show and thank you to you. Somebody's asking if we can do it in Spanish. I'm practicing. Maybe next year I'll be good with my Spanish. I'm trying. Ryan, you sign off. Thank you, Dave. You sign off, and we will see you guys tomorrow night. Go ahead, Ryan.
Well, Dave, I want to thank you for sending a great collection here of hens. Proven breeders, good racers, inbreds. You've done it. Thank you very, very much. What I will say is I want you to think about it tonight. I want you to come back tomorrow with your pick on your hens. You only get one pick, Dave. The hen that you think is the very best for someone to take home and breed and get something good out of it. I want you to come back with that tomorrow night. We will have that hen on the show. I'm going to ask you the same for the cocks. But I will say, guys, he's done this a long time. He's lost a lot of races. He's won a lot of races. He's played in one-loss and lost a lot of those. He's won in one-loss and won a bunch of those. He's an easy guy to talk to. You can learn eye sign. You can bounce questions off him. He's great. He's easygoing. He's here. This is a great clearance. This is a great opportunity. Dave's mistake is now in your hands. This has been a big long show, inch by inch, brick by brick, and mile by mile. Take your time and pick. You're not going wrong here. Dave, I want to thank you tonight for putting in the time. I want to thank you guys for watching, for putting in the time. Great questions. Come back tomorrow night. Put it in again. Learn a little bit more. Come back. Push Dave. Ask him the questions. Ask us the questions. Why are we here? This isn't glitter, smoke, and mirrors and bullshit. You know what this is? This is education. This is learning. This is the Pigeon Roundtable. You guys wonder, when the camera wasn't on Thursday night, what did Dave, Richard, and myself do? We didn't talk about playing cards. We didn't talk about the Maple Leafs. All we did for 9 o'clock till 3 o'clock in the morning was pigeons, pigeons, pigeons. This is what us old-timers we do. We're into pigeons. Dave, thank you very, very much for this group of birds.
Well, you're very welcome. I won't drag this out longer because it's been a long night. It's a good idea that we do the cocks tomorrow because it's a bit of an information overload for the viewers and the prospective buyers. Thank you very much, Feathers Elite, Ryan, Leah, Richard, for your professionalism in allowing me to sit here on your venue. And I'm very pleased with the work that you guys do. And you're representing my pigeons in a very professional manner, and very pleased with that. And thank you so much. And I'll see you tomorrow night.
We will see you tomorrow night. We will see everybody else tomorrow night. I'm Leah. That's Ryan. And that is Dave Ottaway. We're from feathersleepigeonauctions.com or Fepa.Ca. We hope you guys have a great night. Please join us tomorrow night, 7 o'clock, same time, same place. We're going to talk to Dave about the cocks. Thanks so much, guys. Have a great night.